Greetings, YouTube. How the devil are you? As Retro Red Steve often says in his videos. And I'm saying those words because it is because of Retro Red Steve that I am doing this one. What is my favourite film genre? And I have been tagged, of course, by Steve to do this. So I'm sat in the corner of the Mad Cave where I keep all my DVDs, my VHS and Blu-rays. So behind me I've got some DVDs on this shelf, I've got some Blu-rays lower there. That's my drink in case I get a bit dry. I'm tired this morning because I've been taking the wallpaper off the spare bedroom. So that's the room I'm working on next, and I might make that like some kind of like art gallery for my animation cells. I don't know. Getting off the point anyway. So if I just tilt this up here, going back to that top shelf, that's where my VHS and Japanese DVDs are. Then the second one down is more cartoons, DVDs, and it goes then from cartoons to live action until we get here at Blu-ray. Just trying to straighten out a bit. Yeah, okay, so I didn't realize how difficult this question was going to be for me. When Steve tagged me, I saw his video, what's your favourite genre? Oh yeah, that's easy. And I thought, is it? Because I like this film, but I really love that film. And I love this film, but would you call them the same genre? I'm like, oh man, like, what's my favourite one? So before I go into these, so I've got a pile back here of ones I've chosen from the shelf. There's a couple of gaps you might notice. I can tell you when I was a teenager, my favourite genre would have been horror. I used to love horror. I think 70% of the DVDs I owned back then were all horrors. I sold a lot of them on eBay. I remember doing Matt's Halloween horror bundle giveaway. I think, obviously in October. And I was like selling like some of them in pairs, or 3 or 4 of them. I don't know why I got rid of them all. I think I just got fed up. I think, I had that much horror. I was like, let's try and get into something else, and saying that on Netflix, if I see a good horror on there, I still will add that to my watch list or watch that. I just find them easy for like a quick watch kind of thing. Horror easy for a quick watch. Is that right? Am I strange? Anyway, so I thought, guys, I would show you some of my favourites that I've handpicked out here yesterday in preparation for this video. I can't remember every which one I chose. It's quite a pile. There you go. Speaking of Retro Red Steve, right? This is one film he gifted me, Twin Town. I had never seen Twin Town, obviously set in Wales, to the shock of many people out there. But then I think I've shocked all my friends over the years, being on YouTube, saying, "Do you know, I've actually never seen that. I've never actually seen the Rocky films, things like that." And then people are like, "You what? You what, mate?" And yeah, so I give that a watch. That was pretty good, in all honesty. I enjoyed that. That was good. So I've got to file that away properly. So I think a lot of my favourite films are from my childhood. I think that might be the same for many of us. The 80s was a great era for films. I know you will all agree with me on that. It's kind of like a 90s kid, 90s nostalgia. My channel's based all around nostalgia. Anyway, should we get into the first DVD? Because we're going to be all day otherwise. So one of my favourite films to watch is Three Ninjas Kick Back. The Adventures of Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. I've watched this with many of my friends over the years. I think the first time I saw this was over my mate's house growing up. And then later on in life, I realised, I want to watch all these again, collecting them back. I've seen this film countless times. So what do you class this as? Is it a fighter? Is it like family? I mean, it is definitely family. But I love that film. The comedy in it. The story's pretty cool as well. The fight scenes. Some of them aren't as good as this one. That's my favourite out of all the Three Ninjas films. Okay then, moving on. What else have I got here? One of my favourite films of all time. So see, again now, this kind of changes. It's completely different from that. It's Heart and Souls. Watched this when I was a little kid. Absolutely loved it. For that scene on the back where they're all like walking down the street singing "Walk Like a Man." Basically, it's about 4 people who die before their time, and they've got to come back, possess Robert Downey Jr. and accomplish their life dreams for him. It's a comedy. It's quite emotional as well, the last bit. I won't give any spoilers, but I love it. I do love that film again. So, two different films there, really. One of my all-time favourites again in my top five is Stand By Me. Stephen King's Stand By Me. I think you all know what that is. I just love that. I don't know if it's like the theme of friendship and then going on the adventure. This is class. It is class. So again, those three are probably in my top five. And are they similar? You guys let me know in the comments below, because I'm not so sure anymore. And another one, Hook. You all know like the Peter Pan universe. This is an absolute classic. Again, watching as a kid. I think we recorded this on VHS. Bangarang and all that stuff. I love the food fights with the Lost Boys when you had to believe, and was it Dustin Hoffman? Yeah, he was awesome as Hook, and of course Robin Williams. I know the names, but I was just going to blank. And I was like, I know his name. What's his name? So yeah, had to get that on Blu-ray. I've actually got that on VHS up there as well. That Interghost gifted me that, because VHS is where it's at. But then sometimes, right? Similar to Hook, Peter Pan. I love the Peter Pan universe. Like I said, I've got a signed photo of Peter Pan up there. So anything to do with like fantasy kind of thing. Not Growing Up is an awesome film in my opinion. I love it, especially lately. I can tell you that much. And again now, right, some of my all-time favorite films is from the Muppets Bumper Box Collection, 6-movie collection. Muppet Christmas Carol. Watch it every year with my best friend. Hopefully going to go see it this year with a live orchestra. That would be awesome with my cousins. Really looking forward to that. I missed it last year because of my gallbladder, but that's gone. So let's get going. And another of my top five is in here. Muppet Treasure Island. Absolutely love that film. That's like my go-to film if you're having a bad day kind of thing, and then because I always love watching it. Cheers me up. Just like a light-hearted comedy, family again type of movie. So I kind of like all stuff like that. Now Steve is like saying he likes action adventure. I do love action. I do love adventure. But I find like with my collection stuff on DVD, I don't buy many these days because like of Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus streaming and stuff. But I find the ones I'm buying are all the ones I loved as a kid, and not so much so many like action movies. I do have Die Hard here. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. I've got the Alien films by there as well. See, I've got quite a variety. And then another one I've picked out is like an animated film, Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. Really enjoyed that. Found it very entertaining. So I've chosen to feature that in my little pile as well. I've seen that for a while actually. Might give that a watch. Might give all these a watch. And then I think a lot of you will definitely agree on this one. The Goonies. Goonies never die. No, I never say die. Is that it? Yeah, I think it's Goonies never say die. Goonies never give up. Goonies are good enough. Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, don't have to say much more about that. Hey, you guys. Then again, another type of film I love. Jurassic Park. I remember seeing this in the cinema with my parents when I was quite young. When was it out? Like 94? Something like that? So yeah. Anyway, I won't waste time looking for it. But loved it, I kind of like films like that as well. It was a bit of like a disaster film or like the end of the earth kind of film. Dinosaurs. Come on, what was going to happen in a dinosaur park with T-Rexes just walking around, man? But it's classic. I enjoyed The Lost World, not The Lost World. What's it called? Jurassic World, sorry. The Jurassic World 2 as well. I thought the theme park one was really good. Not a lot of people like that I speak to, but I really loved it. I've seen it a few times. Again, another classic trilogy. Back to the Future. Love those. Amazing stuff. So, I guess it's a kind of similar theme so far with some of those that I really like. I mean, they're all kind of like an adventure, excitement, family orientated, I guess. Just like Casper. Love that. The music in this is great as well. Another one I saw in the cinema as a kid. So I think this is one of my most recent Blu-ray pickups, actually. You can tell by the size of the box. We notice how Blu-rays have got thinner and thinner over the years. So Casper, love that. Something a bit more recent, not that recent now though, because time's gone on, is Kingsman Secret Service. Love that. Now I guess we can call that action. I mean, that was pretty cool. Some nice scenes in that. Starring Taron Egerton, who was Welsh, by the way, or at least was born in Wales. So yeah, I found that thoroughly entertaining, that one. See, there's a... Oh, and then these. Karate Kid. Absolutely love these. Am I going to say that for a film? Absolutely love that. It's a classic. Love Cobra Kai series as well. I think it has gone on a bit too long now though, so kind of glad it's ending. They don't want to draw it too much. But I wish they just put the last season on in one go, not in 3 parts. What's the point? Yeah, but love the Karate Kid films, starring Ralph Macchio. I've read his autobiography. It's pretty good. It's a good read. If you ever get a chance to, I think it's called Waxing On, something like that. Give it a go. Give it a go. And you might have seen, if you follow me on social media, you might have seen some edits of me as doing a Karate Kid crane kick pose and stuff. My cousin snapped a photo of me outside the back garden when they stayed in the summer. It's just like messing around. Posted online. Suddenly, 2 or 3 of my friends and my cousin are just like doing different edits, making like putting me on top of a pyramid doing a crane kick, or what was I going to say? I'll put me on the movie posters, things like that. So that was pretty cool. Again, now some other classics: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the trilogy right here. Love those. I think my next door neighbour as a kid lent us the VHS to watch for that. I mean, who doesn't love turtles? So again, this is like a roundabout, all sorts of like. Okay, next one. I do like superhero films as well. So chose this out of the pile. Spider-Man No Way Home. It is No Way Home. Far From Home. I didn't mean to pick this one. I wanted to pick, which one is it? Even though they're all good, No Way Home. Because that is perfect film. Love it. Especially when they, spoilers, bringing back certain old characters and stuff to mingle together and that. I thought that was awesome. So yeah, I like the Marvel films. I do feel that they've gone downhill a bit. But, and then something completely different I like. Battle Royale. I think it's a Japanese film. Yeah, cult Japanese movie that defines twisted action and sickening violence is ready to shock you over again. So you've gone then from like, say, your Peter Pan and your Turtles to Battle Royale, where like unruly kids get put on an island and got to kill each other to survive, pretty much. I haven't seen that for years. I'll watch that again. There's 3 discs in here. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So I like stuff like that. And then what's this one? So one of my guilty pleasures when it comes to movies is musicals. Bohemian Rhapsody, A Story of Queen. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Queen fan in the world, but I absolutely loved this film. Seen it a couple times. Anything, like any kind of musical, I'm there. Didn't like La La Land, but apart from that, I think I've got Greatest Showman up there. What else is it? Oh, this is what else there is. Blues Brothers 2000. Love those films. It's because my friend Andrew that I'm into those films. He's a massive fan and he got me in. I think he lent me the VHS in school, and I ended up watching them both in the same evening, one after the other. Really good. So yeah, we've got Blues Brothers and Blues Brothers 2000. Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. So musicals, Christmas time. I've mentioned the Muppet Christmas Carol. That's why I like a lot of most films, because I love the music in it. Scrooge, starring Albert Finney. Now that's a musical. That's probably my favourite adaptation of A Christmas Carol, apart from Muppet Christmas Carol. Don't watch this every Christmas. Was watching every Christmas, but try and get it in summer as much as possible, because that is a classic. Yeah, I've even downloaded the soundtrack to that. A lot of the musicals actually I've downloaded the soundtrack to. And then we take a bit of a sinister turn, guys, because what I said earlier about like my childhood being horror kind of themed and stuff. One of my favorite films and favorite stories is Stephen King's It. So this is the remake. Loved it. One, I think this might be my top five now, to be honest. I've seen this about 3 or 4 times. Um, I just love the story. I love the book. It was my favorite Stephen King book I've read. And the first book to freak me out when I read the line, "There was a clown standing in the storm drain." Don't know why, it just freaked me out. And yeah, the actors in this, superb. Like, who was it? Bill Skarsgård? Is that his name? Played Pennywise? Let's see on the back. Anyway, but like, Pennywise and the actors who portrayed the kids, it was an awesome, awesome job. Part 2 is still good, not as good. But yeah, so I do like a bit of horror every now and then. And this one I really liked because it was a bit of a mixture. It was like a mixture between horror and a musical. Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Remember going to see this with Andrew in cinema many moons ago, and I didn't know there was a musical going into it. I thought it was just the film based on Sweeney Todd. He's going to cut some throats and all that while doing their hair, giving them a shave. And I thought, and starts singing. I was like, one of my favorite films of that year, and I had to go out and buy this when it was released. A must see by the Sunday Mirror, 5 stars, definitely. Classic. I might watch that again as well. Man, so many good films to watch here. And then another one I liked. This is very recent. I think it was like last year, maybe year before, maybe last year. Black Phone. I thought again, like the acting in that was superb. Quite sinister, supernatural touch to it as well. And they're making the Black Phone 2, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But yeah, another great one there. So, as you can see, I like a mixture of genres, really. Musicals, horror, family-related, action, adventure. Oh, man. So how do I choose a favourite? I don't think I can. I'm not sure. It's very difficult, this. I know. Sorry if you say, oh, it's nearly 18 minutes and you're not going to tell us what your favourite genre is. Okay. Let's just go for like family adventure action kind of films then, I guess. Because, some of my favorites from my childhood is for me, it's all about nostalgia again. But as you can see, I'm quite diverse. Let me tell you the ones I don't like then. I don't tend to watch a lot of war films. I get put off by the thought of watching them, but sometimes I've watched them with my parents and I'm like, oh, actually, that was pretty good. We enjoyed that. Westerns, I don't usually go for the cowboy thing. So there's one up there, actually, a western. What else is there? What don't I like? Romance, I don't normally go for romance. Heart and Souls, though, is kind of a romance in a way as well. And it's one of my favourite films. So I guess I can enjoy anything, really. There's got to be in the right mood for it. Anyway, guys, those are my answers. Those are the films I've featured. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I've got to tag some people. So I'm going to do a bit of a cheat here. I'm going to tag 4 people instead of 2. And the reason for this is the 2 people I want to tag don't really do YouTube anymore, but they love their films. So the first person I'm going to tag is Gashead Steve. Try and get him back on the tubes, maybe just for one video. And then the other one, Into Ghost, he has stopped doing YouTube as well, or he comes up every so often, but not very much. And he loves his films. He goes to the cinema every week to watch every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's released and reviews them all on Letterboxd. So this would be perfect for those 2 to do. Active YouTubers, I'm going to say Tutti UK, because when it comes to Stu, I don't really know like a lot of like what films you like. I know like what games you like. And the other one is the Starman, Casey Carlisle, better known to us as Retro Reclaimer. And congratulations on your first wrestling victory. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Yeah. boom, gonna go watch some movies.